Hey guys, welcome back for another video. It's that time again to do our game breakdowns and predictions. What we're going to be doing is we'll be looking at our September 5th, our Friday NFL game. We are so happy the NFL season is back. We get to break down all these great matchups. We're going to have the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Los Angeles Chargers. This game is going to be in Brazil. Kind of a crazy game. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be a fun one. Two of the better passing quarterbacks in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes versus Justin Herbert. Anything can happen. Obviously, the Chiefs coming off of having lost the Super Bowl their last game. They're now the runner-ups to the Super Bowl, the number 2 team from last year, going up against the Chargers. They have Harbaugh. They have Herbert. They have a great defense, but so do the Chiefs. Which team is going to finish out on top? We're going to break down this game, predict the winner, the loser, what the final scores might be, and we'll also be taking an in-depth look at our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. If you're a football fan, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, by all means, drop them below. Do you agree? Disagree? What are your thoughts on these games? What are your predictions for week 1? Leave it in the comment section. I will respond to every single comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, make sure to check out the pinned comment down below. Click on that link. You can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate that. With football back, college football, NFL, we go over every single football game every week this entire season. If you're a sports fan, if you're a football fan, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. So 8 p.m. September 5th, that is this Friday, the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Right now, the Chiefs coming in here, a 56.2% chance to win this game. The Chargers, a 43.4%. Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites. The over here is 44.5. Some might say, when they looked at last year's Chiefs team, that they might have lost a little bit of a step. They were a little slower, a little older, but you know, when you have Andy Reid, when you have Kelsey, more importantly, when you have Patrick Mahomes, you always have a chance. They were winning a lot of very close games last season. Their defense, more importantly, their front seven, creating a lot of havoc in the backfield. Turnovers, tackles for a loss, quarterback pressure, sacks. They were dismantling teams, getting really good field position, winning games very close in the fourth quarter. A win is a win. Can they continue to do that this season? 1 full year older. Chargers started out last season kind of slow. Obviously, Harbaugh taking over the team. Justin Herbert took them a little while to get going. Herbert really didn't have a good passing game until almost, week 5 or 6. Took him a little while to get the passing game going, but one thing that Harbaugh wants to do. He wants to establish a really good run game. He wants to open up that play action. That's what they were able to do as the season went along. Their offense started to get a lot better. They had a really good defense last season. Both of these teams had top 6 overall defenses in the nations. Looking at our Kansas City team, last year they were averaging 22.6 points a game. This used to be an extremely high-flying, aggressive offense. They didn't necessarily have that production last season, but they didn't need it because the defense was still good, and they still made the Super Bowl. They were throwing for 222.4, running for 105.3, only giving up 19.2 points a game. But how about that rush defense? Like I said, this team's front seven, their defensive line only giving up 101.8 yards on the ground. One of the best, a top 3 rush defense in the NFL. You are going to have Patrick Mahomes back. Patrick Mahomes, he's someone that you can count on whenever you need the game. If you have one possession, you can always count him to go down the field. You have Isaiah Pacheco. You have Kareem Hunt. When these guys are able to play a decent 1-2 running back combo, not as good as previous seasons, but nonetheless, guys that can run, physical runners, and they can catch the ball out the backfield. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce did indeed lose a step last year, but if it's third down, third and long, Kelce's getting the ball, and he's going to get a first down. It's just the way it works, just like with Brady, with Gronk. Whenever they needed first downs, those guys had a connection on a different level, and they were always able to find it. The wide receiver core. I want to see this wide receiver core get better. Worthy really showed what he was capable of in the Super Bowl. Had a great game. Coming out of Texas, this guy had the speed to potentially be a new version of Tyreek Hill. You have Hollywood Brown, although he's not going to be starting this season. You have Juju Smith-Schuster. He has a lot of off-the-field stuff going on also. But if these guys can stay healthy at the midway point, this could be a pretty decent wide receiver core. And then you're looking at the Chargers. You're looking at Harbaugh's team. You're looking at Justin Herbert. Wants to get some of that pressure off his shoulders, show that he can win the big game. We know that he can throw for 4,000 or 5,000 yards. Can he do it when it matters in big games versus really good teams? Last year, LA, 23.6 points a game, throwing for 213.5, running for 110.7, only giving up 17.7 points per game. An extremely good defense last year. We want to see that defense continue to perform at a high level this season as well. You're going to have Justin Herbert. You had to have a lot of young weapons with very high upsides, high ceilings. Will they be able to reach that potential? You have Omarion Hampton coming in as the running back. People have a lot of praise for this guy. You have Najee Harris, had a great season last year. He's going to be backing in Hampton. Hampton, great physical speed runner. He can also catch the ball out the backfield. That adds a new wrinkle to this offense, and that's definitely going to help out Justin Herbert. At the tight end position, you have Disley, Conklin, a lot of praise coming in for Conklin as well. Looking at this wide receiver core, Trey Harris, a lot of people praising Trey Harris as he's a potential underdog here in the wide receiver room. Keenan Allen, veteran. Ladd McConkey came on big last season. Quentin Johnson hasn't quite lived up to his first round hype, but we know the talent, the ability is there. But the main guy, Ladd McConkey, someone who can stretch the field. This guy coming out of Georgia is an all-around wide receiver. Him and Justin Herbert, they do have a connection. We need the rest of those weapons to step up, and this could truly be a very deadly team with this game. As I mentioned before, Chiefs coming in here, 3.5-point favorites. The over-under is going to be 44.5. Vegas sees a lower scoring game. Chiefs are minus 170. The Chargers plus 145. When it comes to predictions, this is honestly one of those games. Week 1, crazy things happen week 1 in football. It is usually a defensively focused week because the offenses take just a little more while to get oiled up, to get those offenses going at full speed. Who has the better offense? Maybe slightly Chargers, but with Patrick Mahomes, you have to give him the edge. With defense, slightly Chargers, but you don't want to take away from how great the Chiefs defense is. This is going to be a good game. This is Harbaugh versus Andy Reid. This might be the last time that we fully see the Chiefs this season as a version of the Chiefs that we've become accustomed to, just because Kelsey could retire, Reid could retire. We don't know yet. I'm going to go out a little bit on a ledge. It's okay to call me crazy here. Give me the Chargers winning this one, a very close game, 24-20. I'm going to go with that plus 3.5, and I'm going to go just barely with the under. Guys, that's my picks, my predictions, my best bets for our Friday NFL matchup, the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, by all means, drop them below. Do you agree? Disagree? What are your thoughts on these games? What is your pick for this game? If you want to sign up for our member team, make sure to check out the pinned comment down below. And of course, as always, thank you for watching.